All right, everyone. Welcome to the 2021-2022 mid-season survey. It's been long awaited. It's back by popular demand. And basically, I just want to do this to make it easy to basically just come in, talk about the results rather than type it out and make you guys read it. So I thought maybe this could be a little bit more entertaining. And thanks, everyone, for answering the questions. Thanks, everyone, except AG. You didn't answer the question, so you're officially on my number one list of Pussy of the Year. I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't win it. Or I would be surprised if you didn't win it. But anyway, let's get on with all of our awards. I'll just go in order. There's no specific order here. So the first question was, who is most likely to win WhatsApp MVP? And so the way the survey was set up is that you can essentially put in any text you want. So it doesn't like group them up. Let me kind of explain what that means. Like if you spell Bilal for one and then with the capital B and then one with the lowercase b, it won't group them together because they're not the same. So essentially I'm just going to add them up as I talk about it. But without further ado, who's most likely to win WhatsApp MVP? I see one for Albert, two for myself, another for Fresh, so that's three for Albert, two for myself. Matt has 2 votes. One says, I don't know enough about the league. I'm assuming that's Josh. One says, nobody, chat's been dead. I don't know who said that, but I guess nobody's a WhatsApp MVP, according to that person. We got 1 for Obed and 2 for Rafe. So right now it looks like myself and Albert are leading the charge, but I look for Matt to probably catch up, definitely for Rafe to catch up. Rafe's a former WhatsApp MVP, so am I, and so is Fresh. So not a surprise here. Everybody else seems to be scared. I guess I'll say Moise is scared, Samir is scared, Austin, you already know he's scared. All you guys are scared, so don't be scared. Just come and talk. We won't bite. We might act like we bite, but we won't bite. All right, next up, which top 5 seed is most likely to miss the playoffs? This one is a tough one to answer, especially when I was going through it. The top 5 is like, from the 8th seed is like, at least 8 games. So it's tough for a top 5 seed to fall out, especially first place. Like Matt is like 20 games ahead, so he's definitely not falling out. But without further ado, the results are as follows. Adil's got 3 off the bat, and I see 1 more under Dill, so 4. I see 4 for Adil. I see 1 for Albert, 1 for Amir. Who the hell is that? What are you guys doing? I don't know what to say. Albert's got 1 vote. I've got 3 votes, so if you guys think I'm going to fall out, I guess I'll defend myself by saying probably the worst I can lose is 5-4. My punt's kind of working out in a way where it's not, if I lose, I only lose 5-4. If I win, only win 5-4. So it's hard to see myself falling out the playoffs. And you see another 1 for Albert, so 3 for Albert, 4 for Albert because another one's under Fresh. So looks like, Albert, you're probably the most likely to fall out based on what the league thinks. So you're leading WhatsApp MVP and most likely to miss the playoffs. I wonder if you voted for yourself on that. Which bottom 4 seed is most likely to get into the playoffs? This one was quite interesting. Looks like Josh has got a few votes. He's got 3 of them. And then looks like Samir's got 3 of them as well. 4 of them. 1 Shafir, Shuffy, and 3 for Samir. So Samir's got 6 votes. So I guess the league's pretty confident that you'll get in. And I hope you do get in. And, I hope you take out the 1 seed and, cause mayhem in the playoffs. Looks like Josh is getting some votes. He's got 3 votes, and I wouldn't be surprised if he made it into the playoffs. He's done a pretty good job of turning his team around and basically not being last place anymore and just gaining ground on that 8 seed. All right, who do you think will finish the regular season as the bottom 4 seeds? 9, 10, 11, and 12. Essentially here, I'll just go down, list all the ones I've seen, and it's JG, Juan, New Guy, Alex. So take that, that's 9, 10, 11, 12. So this guy's saying Alex is going to finish in last. Then we got Obed, Alex, Juan, Josh. So this guy's predicting that Josh will fall back into last place. Maybe that's Juan saying that, who knows. Then we got Jacob, Josh, Alex, Juan. We got Adil, Austin, Josh, and Juan. Wow, so you got Aldo coming down to the 9 seed. That I'm a little surprised to see. I don't know who did that, but if you did, I wonder if you just don't like the guy. Next one, we got Josh, Samir, Alex, and Juan. He's predicting Josh to get to the 9 seed. That's pretty plausible. Would be crazy if he actually got in, though. And then we got Samir, Josh, Jacob, Juan. So most people don't have Samir out of the playoffs. They had him most likely to make it, and they don't have him in their bottom seed. So people respect Samir, man. Good stuff. Samir, Josh, Jacob, Juan. Jacob, Samir, Alex, Juan. Obed, Samir, Juan, and Josh. And then too lazy to do this. Current bottom 3 minus Josh plus Obed. So thanks for the answer, Josh, but fuck you. Kidding. Who's most likely to win the championship? This one's obviously tough. Generally kind of pick the top team here. So it looks like Ado's got 1 vote. I've got 1 vote. Josh, I highly doubt that. Then we got Matt with 5 votes. And then there's 1 vote that's called Matt or Rafe. So I'll call that 5.5. And Rafe's got 3, so 3.5. So 5.5, 3.5, Matt to Rafe. Good stuff. You guys are killing it. Who has made the best overall moves this season? Consider drafts, trades, wire pickups, and lineups. I've got first one's myself, second one's myself, or second 2 are myself, so I got 3. Matt's got 3. Rafe's got 5. Awesome, good stuff. And then the last one is the guy who bought the team, which is Josh. So yeah, you got to give him a lot of credit. He's definitely obviously made a crap ton of moves in a small amount of time. This is another interesting one. Who's most likely to 9-0 an opponent? We got AG with 2, Fresh with 1, so that's Albert. And then we got Matt with 5 and Rafe with 4. So again, top 2 teams most likely win a championship are also usually going to be most likely to 9-0. So good job there again. Who do you think will be the top 4 seeds? Essentially the same way as the bottom 4. So I'll just go and do the same thing. We got Matt, Rafe, AG, and Albert. Nothing crazy there. Matt, Fresh, Rafe, and myself. So this guy's got Rafe at 3rd. Wow, okay. 1 through 4, Adil, Rafe, Fresh, and first to 80 wins. I'm assuming that's Adil putting himself in first, but you're not too far off. Only 3 games. Then we got Matt, Bilal, Rafe, Fresh. We got Rafe, Matt, Adil, Bilal. Rafe, Matt, Adil, or Rafe, Matt, Bilal, Adil. Matt, Rafe, Adil, Bilal. Matt, Rafe, Bilal, Adil. And this survey is too long. Again, fuck you, Josh. But I still appreciate you filling it out. No, nonetheless. But it looks like mainly the top 4 are people are thinking they're probably going to stay in the top 4. I probably would put myself out of the top 4 and probably give it to Fresh. He's probably going to beat me this week. And I think he'll end up in the top 4 and I'll end up in the 5 seed. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if you're 4 or 5 because you're still going to face each other in the first round. There's no such thing as home court advantage. So 4 or 5 doesn't really change anything except for the, I think the matchup in the second round. Actually, I don't think it would even make a difference there. And then the next one is who's the easiest owner to make a trade with? So let's see. We got Adil with 1, Bilal with 2, which is myself, obviously. And then we got Cho, Juan, and then we got Juan is a bit slow. I don't know if that means that it's easy to make a trade with him. I guess that's what it means. Then we got Josh, Obed with 2 more, and then Samir, and then Obed. So it says trade machine never sleeps, baby. So that really sounds like Obed voted for himself there. So we got 1, 3 for Obed, 4. So 4 for Obed, 2 for myself, 2 for Josh, and then 1 for Aldo, 1 for Samir, and 2 for Juan as well. And then whose team would you want to least face in the playoffs? I think this was a runaway for Rafe. You got almost all the votes. Someone wrote first to 80 wins. And then we got myself. And then we got Matt with 2. And then we got Rafe with 7. And then Obed. So, yeah, I mean, this is, not to repeat the Cowboys anthem, but this is looking like your year. If you don't capitalize, it's going to be a big, big disappointment. So, I mean, I'm expecting you to pull it out. And here we go. What are some rule changes you would propose to be made in handles? I know we're coming up on 10 minutes here, so I'll wrap it up here. But play each team once before repeat. I 100% agree. You shouldn't be repeating matchups before you've played everybody else. And I will take full fault here. I think we were all kind of caught up on making like a rivalry week, and the whole schedule just like we made a custom first week, and then everything else got kind of screwed up from there on out. So lesson learned for me and the whole league. We will not do that in the future. And if we do that, we'll pre-make the entire schedule before the season starts, so that we guarantee that doesn't happen, and we can custom make matchups at some point in the season. Maybe the All-Star week we put together the rivals, and it's a 2-week long matchup, and maybe we could do some things like on rivalry week you have to make some kind of bet and make it public in the chat. Some kind of, doesn't have to be money, it can be like you do something dumb or admit something. So that sounds like something fun we can think about for next year. No suspensions for NSFW for not safe for work content. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon, but appreciate the suggestion there. Someone says none at this time. Awesome. Mandatory WhatsApp involvement. I do like that idea. It's a slippery slope. How do you force someone to talk? So I think I, being the commissioner and the moderator of the chat, I should maybe come up with some more incentives to get people involved. Maybe next year we can make some kind of winnings with some kind of trivia, like weekly trivia or some kind of weekly stuff that gets people to talk. Or maybe we can give like participant of the week awards with some money, something like that. Let's do some brainstorming, shoot some ideas out there. Can't think of another one. 5 ads weekly. I feel like this year would have been the most perfect year for 5 ads, especially with all the COVID stuff that was going on during the peak of the Omicron variant, and teams were decimated. But I think since then, things have kind of returned to normal. We're not getting people going into COVID protocol every other day. And so 5 ads seems not worth it. But what I think we should consider is in the future, we should leave the door open to have some kind of way of increasing to 5 ads for a certain period of time. If it's looking like, I don't know, if there's another variant or there's an unreasonable amount of injuries or something like that, maybe we can give everybody an extra ad for a week or two. Let me know your thoughts on that. And another one says, love it, appreciate that. And then last one, make members sign a blood oath. They must finish the season if they start it. I 100% agree with this one too. I personally hate having to have people leave. It puts a burden on me. It's not fun for the league. Everybody's talking to one person and a new person comes in. So I do agree you should put something in the contract that says you must complete it, or else something. I don't know how you can force someone to stay if they're willing to part with their money. But let's think of ways to make people stay. But yeah, I mean, that's it. Thanks for playing. Looking forward to playoffs. I love all you guys, and appreciate you watching this, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any thoughts, feedback, anything we can do to make this better. I hope this satisfies your craving for Obed's podcast. Shout out Obed for the podcast you used to do. You got to start doing them. It's fun. I might make another one because this was fun talking for, I'm looking at it for 13 minutes, but I'm excited to upload this right now. See y'all later, man. Peace.